Howdy everyone, welcome back to GR Live. We just finished another great night of racing here at the Ridge. Brady's actually joining us this time. His toothies don't hurt anymore.
I'm back to good now.
Yeah. He's got the good. He had his prom last night, so he's really all set. Got to dance with some
people.
Yeah, we'll leave it at people. We'll leave it at that. And go forward.
Kids in my school.
Kids at school, yeah. Senior prom, hey. Just about a month or so you'll be out of school, so can't take
you do know you got somebody behind the camera that's probably going to start coming here and just absolutely make fun of me now because of this.
That's okay. That's the point.
Anyway,
that's the point.
Another great night of racing action. Insane turnout for cars tonight.
We had a good car count. We had 20 red chair DIRTcar 3 feet modifieds. We had more cars in all the rest of the divisions that we've had this year. Great night of racing. Probably, accumulation of having lots of rainouts this weekend, lots of more social media work that we're all doing. We'll get more of that a little bit later on here in GR Live. But it's good to have Brady back. I think they were sick of seeing just my face on this thing every week, so it's good to have you back. And we'll dive right into some results. We don't have a lot of results. We're still trying to figure it out. We had some scoring. I don't want to say scoring issues. It was more like transponder issues in some of the divisions. Luke, you can relax. It's on Pro Stocks. You're good. You're good to go. So Luke Horning's going to be our guest. He's waiting in the wings here for us to get going. But in the red chair DIRTcar 3 feet modifieds, Lance Willis made it back-to-back on the season, picking up the win over Jordan McCready, Garrett Poland. Not a nice run by Garrett Poland.
Very good run.
Third place finish for the rookie around the Sportsman division. He's in third. Chris Mackey fourth. Jess Sykes fifth. 6 through 10. Nick Webb, Tyler Meeks, Bill August, Tucker O'Connor, and C.J. Castelletti. Good runs by all of them. In the Sportsman division, the Classic Muscle Parts DIRTcar Sportsman division, Zach Buff picked up the win over Cody Oaks, Derek McGrup Jr., Andrew Buff, and Tony Ferrone. In the Street Stock division, Jason Samroff, superstar Jason Samroff, picked up the over Joey Wilson, Josh Samroff, Matt Mosier, and Jason Barrett.
I got to mention Milo Campo took a very, very scary ride in that feature. He went over the turn 3 wall and he went flying. Let's just say that. And thankfully, he is a-okay. But
you and I are going to talk about that later on.
That was
so we'll off camera for a second though. But don't let me forget that because I'm old and I do forget things. But yes, you got some results too from the Slingshots and
Limited Sports. But Slingshots, Bodie Marks picked up a win in the junior Slingshots. He is now undefeated still here at the Ridge. And another gentleman is undefeated here with the All-Star Slingshots. That's AJ Albreda with a 22. He picked up his feature win, 2 feature wins tonight. The first one, he won by quite a bit over his brother Robbie. And then the second one, him and Brett Putnam had quite the battle with the number in that second feature that made a feature. They were beating and banging that entire race, and it was fun to watch for sure.
In the leather stocking 4 cylinders, leather stocking credit union DIRTcar mini stocks.
Jay Ingersoll and Bruce Little picked up the feature wins there. Dylan Grogan picks up a feature win with the Limited Sportsman over Tavian Blowers, Wesley Sutliff, Tanner Coons, and Craig Coons. That was your top 5. Good to see Dylan Grogan back at the raceway. His second career win.
Absolutely. Why do you have Slushy sitting there?
Yeah, so I wanted to do a little toast because last year, as you know, this is something because I figured. Last year, this day, I was in the ER with a collapsed lung and not in the best of shape. So we're healthy this year, so I wanted to toast
Absolutely.
Do a little slushy toast. Little slushy toast for being healthy this year.
And 1 year later, you're senior prom with this ridiculously awful looking checkered.
It was great. Okay, a lot of people give me good comments about that, but that's just wanted to do a little slushy toast.
It's good to see you're healthy. Good to see you make it through. It was a scary time, and well, we should go into that. A year later, things have changed a little bit here. Our roles have changed a little bit. I'm still the head announcer, lead announcer, whatever you want to call me.
Assistant announcer.
You are more
assistant announcer /
you are more
social media guy.
I wouldn't even call you assistant announcer. You're more social media guru who does
not just announcing. Yes.
Right. So basically, what we're doing now is you're going to notice it throughout the heat race action and throughout the last set of feature action. Brady's going to be on social media, getting all the heat race winners as they come off and doing a whole lot of other things throughout the night's activities. If you haven't seen it, go to our Facebook page, which, actually, you're on our Facebook page right now. Scroll through, you'll see it. He's doing a lot of great things. I'll be taking over the rest of the announcing. He will still do some announcing. He's going to come up and do the Slingshots and the mini stocks each week for their feature events. Depending on when we run them, Street Stocks or Limited Sportsman, depending on where we run them in the card. Some weeks you might only have 3 features, some weeks you have 4.
We'll figure it out.
It doesn't matter. He's going to get some mic time. We're not going to ever cut him out of mic time. He's doing a great job here with us at the Ridge, and he's doing a great job on social media. Like I said, check it out.
This is a 10 out of 10 tonight.
10 out of 10. Let's check out this one.
Take a little taste. You're a little melted,
good.
but
That's really good.
It tastes great.
You know, I've been waiting for one of those all season long so far. But anyway, but the highlight of tonight, besides the better car counts, was also Relay for Life night. And with someone who has lots of cancer in our family, including my mom, who's thank God better. Relay for Life is a very special organization, so we're glad we could help them out here tonight. They were set up doing giveaways. It was also the Silver Fox Showdown in honor of the late Don Warner for the DIRTcar Pro Stock Division. 25 laps was the distance, so 5 extra laps than normal. But over the last week or so, Rocky Warner and his family have gone above and beyond and got a lot of bonuses, which you'll see online in the press release and such later on, probably tomorrow. We don't want to sit here and read them up all tonight. We don't have time for that. But we do have the race winner, the aforementioned cousin Luke Horning. Come on in. If you could slide by our camera work here, we'll put you in the middle.
I mean, next to Brady.
Next to Brady, yeah, so you can pick on him and
Yeah.
smack him around a little bit. That's okay.
How's that
So,
pro?
It was good.
How many men did you dance with?
a few. Actually, a few. We're just adjusting the camera here, so there we go.
Yeah, more women than men.
Well, you guys make me look good. Got my Yurkewecz Auto Crushers hat so I can get my bonus.
There you
I'm
go.
not wearing it this year, but I heard they got to wear it if you want to get some extra money.
So before we get to Luke picked the win. Sean Perez Jr. was second, Josh Coonrad third, Kyle Weiler fourth, Slater Baker fifth, Ian Brissett sixth, Johnny Rivers, Caden Nabluski, Dean Charbonneau, and Chuck McSpirit.
Not bad car count.
Nope, not a bad car count. I believe that was 14. And looking at my hand because I can't remember numbers, 46 career win here at
46.
42nd in the Pro Stock Division. And I believe it was also wins obviously the Street Stocks, Enduro, and Limited Sportsman.
Yeah,
Right?
yep.
So take us through tonight. So you come in tonight, you got a bigger car count. You're in your heat race. You did well in your heat race. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so, the heat race was paid by the Warner family. They had some donations for that. I believe that was maybe Fast Forward DIRTworks sponsored that.
It was.
So we got some money for that.
$97.
$97, 55 per second. So that was good. And then, I was worried about the starting lineup. I didn't know we'd be doing heads up. And then I was worried about water. Thinking water track's going to be heavy. But I loved it. It was slick, so that was good. And then a lot of money on the line, especially for, Glen. It was a good night. Got out to the lead early and just kept it rolling.
So how were the track conditions compared to let's say last week?
I like it slick. I like it slick. I don't like that. I sent Jay Fitzgerald a message this morning and said, "Hey, I'm at Glenridge. I'm just leaving." Knowing that he would say, "Why? What's up?" And I said, "I took the keys from the water truck. It's overcast skies. It rained all night. We don't need a mud puddle." And obviously they laughed and they found the keys, obviously. But no, I like it. I had talked to Lance on the way over. Slick is the way to go. Besides, it slows everybody down. You can work with people. Caution free in the Pro Stock race?
Yeah.
Pretty much, there wasn't really a lot of cautions in the, any of the features.
No, it was one in the modified. I don't think there's any in the sportsman either.
No, it was a good night.
But just to jump in there before we get to Brady, he mentions Jay Fitzgerald, our new race director. We brought in Jay Fitzgerald as a race director this year, and Alicia Hughes is in as one of our scorers. So we have 2 new people in the tower with us, helping to get things going, and they're also working the social media angle, which we'll get to later on in the week, probably in another video or so. But, Brady, what do you got?
Well, you won the show tonight in honor of Don Warner. What's this mean to you with your schedule?
Oh yeah, me and Don were pretty close. From the time I was 14, I was with those guys, 3-4 days a week. So no, it means a lot. And no, it's definitely a lot. That Warner family's been good to me the whole time. And, it's nice to be able to get that rocking chair. I don't know really.
Yeah, that was my first time interviewing somebody in Victory Lane sitting in the rocking chair.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Is Billy Yurkewecz happy he got his hat on?
I don't know what he's gonna do. I ain't got no money left. I spent it all. Guys are blowing motors and wrecking
all
hats. Yeah, well, I don't think he spent all on these hats. These are not expensive hats. But no, Billy's great, and there's so much going on up here that people don't realize. Friday night, if you win Friday and Sunday, there's a bonus from Classic Muscle Parts. Not a lot of people know that. Larry Orcott and Lucas from Glove City Taxi, they do a back-to-back bonus at, not only do they do it at Malta, they also do it here.
It's $100 here, by the way.
Yeah, and then Red Chair, he's doubled up, he's doing that too, so, besides the extra money in the feature, you get all that extra incentive. Granted, there's not a lot of crossover between Malta cars in here, but it's still exposure for the class, and that's your choice to race where you want,
And the car counts were up this week. We had 23 modifieds. We had, 12 or 13 sportsmen, 14 pro stocks, like we said. Really went from, we had 2 limited sportsmen last week to 11 this week.
That's a good race, too.
That was a very good race. Still in Brogan.
Of course, the weekend lets you do the limited sportsman. It goes from 2 to 11. But
Okay, now?
that's the way it is. Look, street stocks are up. You know, we had, what, 9 last, you know, we had 9 last week or 7 last week and 10 or 11 this week. So car counts were up. We had 2 mini stock features. We had 20 mini stocks in total, 10 in each division, so we split them. And the slingshots, we'll get to the slingshots after we're done with Luke here, because we're going to talk about the slingshots in next week.
This was a good night to have a good night.
Yes.
You know, if this would have been, all these people came here for this. I think, so when I got out of the water, out of the running the track in earlier, they told me there's 450 people in the pits. That was then. Probably, you know, it was getting later. It's probably maybe another 20 or 30 after that. But it's a good night to have a good night. You know, you get nights like this and it rains and, you know, we run out of food or, you know, something, the generator goes down. You never know, but it was a good night to have a good night.
It was definitely a good night to have a good night. And we're looking forward to the next couple weeks. And like I said, we'll get into that in a little bit. But anybody you want to thank you tonight, Luke?
There's a lot of people. Like I said, with all the bonuses that go in the Warner family for doing everything they do, Tanner, Corky, Rocky, and Tammy, they, you know, Rose, all those guys did a ton for this race. And my people, Larry Orcott, does a ton for me, providing us a truck to tow with to the races and financial backing. And he reminded me today we're at $8,000, so he's doing a ton. And then PaulSelfStorage.com, Classic Muscle Parts, as I mentioned. Red Chair, Yurkewecz Auto Crushers. Make sure I show the Dollar General hat. RCK Motorsports, Larry McGillis from Element Contractors. PlayFab built me a bad, fast race car. I'm glad there's not a lot of them out there because these cars are amazing. Larry and Lucas and Calic Recovery, West End Towing.
Well,
All of our employers for tonight.
Well, Luke, congratulations on the win here tonight.
Absolutely.
And, see you back here next week at the Ridge.
He can't stop smiling at
He
me.
can't.
can
He can't, because he's nervous.
Because I'm nervous. Because whenever you interview Cousin Luke Horning, you never know what you're going to hear from him.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I look at Malta opening night, and he said something about losing 30 pounds of diet, which congratulations, by the way. But I was like,
these chicken sandwiches
it's just
are
the most.
helping me.
Yeah.
I've been interviewing Cousin Luke before you were born, so I'm good. I don't have a problem. So you just need to work on yourself, I guess.
I'm just, you know, I'm learning.
First thing he tells me when I get here, did you see my pictures at Fonda with my outfit? Oh, he's got such a smile on his face. I was like, yeah, buddy, you look good.
Didn't say
What-
that.
what did-
Oh, yeah.
My suit.
Wait. What did you just say? You say you're learning?
Still learning.
Is that what the girls were here
Okay,
last
let's
night?
not go there. Let's not go
Should we
there.
tell him about when you introduced your sister?
No, not a good time.
Last year,
Probably watching.
last year we were up in the tower. We were very, very much convinced he was going to the junior prom with his sister.
Yeah.
We weren't sure on that. This year he
Went by myself.
Yeah, he went by
We
himself.
can bust on you, but we're all envious of your family. You guys
Yes.
I see the pictures you guys do together and everything.
Absolutely,
You
it's
guys are
very nice.
a good family.
We bust on you because we care. If we didn't care, we wouldn't even talk to you. So figured.
And it makes me feel better about myself.
All right,
Luke,
cousin.
Thank you,
congratulations.
guys.
Thank you very much for being with us.
you.
All right, Brady.
Thanks for the slushy too, buddy. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm sorry about the. I should have had him take part in the toast, but.
All right, so now we got the camera work out of the way. Fix them back up here. Brady's going to take another slushy. We got to wrap things up here really quickly. We want to talk about the next 2 weeks here at the Ridge. Next Sunday night here at the Ridge.
Big slingshot
Big
night.
slingshot. Oh, beyond the slingshots. First up, slingshots. $1,000 to win for the All-Star Slingshot division here at the Ridge.
$300 to win for the junior slingshot.
300, and not only $1,000 to win, but second through the rest of the field is getting a purse. So full purse for the field, just like we do every week here at the Ridge. And the junior slingshots, I think it's still going back 3 or 4 spots like they normally do, but it's $300 to win. That's a lot of money for the MPS junior slingshots and the MPS All-Stars. Also on the card next Sunday night is going to be the Outlaw 200 qualifier here at the Ridge. First time the Outlaw 200 qualifier has been here at the Ridge. So we're expecting a few more 3-feet modifieds to come into town to try and get that automatic spot for the September 30th race out there at the Fulton Speedway. I believe it's September 30th. I'll have to check that. Pretty sure it's September 30th. It's the week before Super Dirt Week. And then the week after next week, so 2 weeks from now, we're going to have Memorial Day weekend. Or wait, no, Memorial Day weekend this week.
Next, yeah.
The week after Memorial Day weekend. So next 2 weeks from now, we are going to have, it's June 4th, we will have the DIRTcar 3K Modified Series in the house. All the big guns, all the ones you saw here today, and probably a whole lot more, will be in action in 2 weeks here at the Ridge. 2 big weeks here at the Ridge. You won't want to miss it. Brady, any last thoughts?
No, just great to be back. You know, last week I was a little under the weather still, but I'm back to normal.
That's the polite way of saying you're still jacked up on Novocaine.
No, actually,
And pain
that
meds.
stench that was in the back of my mouth went away, so I'm happily back to 100%. But
Oh.
here's one more cheers to you.
One more cheers to good health.
Yeah,
And a couple less teeth.
yeah, and lack of wisdom.
Absolutely. All right. For Brady Hauser, myself, everybody here at the Ridge, Toby LaGrange saying good night. Stay safe. We'll see you here next week at the Glen Motorsports Park.
And
There's a
support
month
those who support racing.
So long for now.
Finish
If I